I got a name for him. Fruit Booty Buttons.
I know you.
And his crew. Fruit Booty Buttons is a serial woman beater. Fruit Booty Buttons is a serial woman beater. Was talking about how he sat. They said the girl said he sat on my stomach and made me have a miscarriage. You know what he said? I didn't sit. I sat on top of her titties or something. He said I sat on where her breast was. That's where I was sitting.
Oh wow.
Fruit Booty Buttons. I know you ain't talking crazy about me, homie. I know you ain't talking crazy about me, homie. I mean, most of the time, all you guys who say what you say, I don't care what you say online. I expect you to talk about me. Yeah, Fruit Booty Buttons. They know who I'm talking about. Fruit Booty Buttons. I think he said I was a bitch nigga or something. Yeah, I'll be a bitch nigga online. Online, I'm a bitch nigga. Man to man, I ain't no homie. But man to man, you a serial woman beater. Everybody do the homework on Fruit Booty Buttons and all of the women that have accused him of actually beating them up. You and your crew talk about that since y'all need subject matter, because y'all admit y'all watch me. I don't watch y'all.
If you let your girl hit you with a strap, then you got the right to hit her back.
You stupid. That's why, Craig, you my lifesaver, dog. Yeah, you come with it. You come with it on the real.
No, this ain't about fighting. This about jokes. I hope they respond, because if we can do
this, they ain't gonna respond. They ain't, because they know he's switch hitting. He know I know. I've been said that's Backdooria over there. I've been said that's Backdooria over there.
Well, if they Backdooria, they brave for sitting on them white couches.
That's right.
Shout out to you loser siblings out there, man. While I'm on the topic of losers, I went home the other day and saw that Corey Holcomb still had my name in his mouth. I'm really so confused about that with all the controversy he's been caught up in lately. Corey Holcomb, you don't fight well enough to do this with me. Like, we have video with you. You're not smart enough, strong enough, big enough, fast enough to do none of this you talking about with me. We saw you with the homie Anton. He asked you to walk outside and you remained stationary, Corey Holcomb. Please keep my name out of your mouth and don't take anything I'm saying as like a threat to you. I wouldn't plan on doing nothing when I see you. Actually, if I saw you and we were breathing the same airspace, I would take it as a threat to me, a threat from God, a threat from life that we even in the same circumference, nigga. Corey Holcomb, your fall from disgrace has been one that should be studied, from kind of funny to kind of bummy to I'm just the dummy. You over there struggling. You look a sandwich away from welfare, you dusty dog face looking mother boy. Corey Holcomb, I can't believe that you are engaging this way when you fight that way. Honestly, it's over. You over there just lonely and poor. Your co-host look bad. Not the woman, I'm not talking about her. Everything over there look bad. I know you down bad because you on a Costco table podding in front of a fake plant that appears to be dying. You failed at fatherhood. You hate yourself. You hate your daughter. Your daughter hates you. You failed at fatherhood, finances. You failed at funny. Your pod sucks. You failed at fodder. You just a failure all around the board. And don't forget the original point. You don't fight well enough to do none of this with nobody. So prayers up to Corey Holcomb. We're not going to go back and forth in an exchange because I just don't feel the need to do that with you. I was just shocked to see that you still had a voice over there.
You should have did that over the ether beat.
No, man, please. For Corey, please. Corey over there, no shape up, a dusty derby. Corey looked like he looked like Grandless Pooba. Grandless Pooba. Corey over there looking like the store runner for a black biker gang. Corey looked like he covered in just warts and scabs. Corey looked ashy yet damp. Like he like there's no reason why he shouldn't have the time for a back and forth with nobody right this second. It looked bad. It looks bad. It looks bad over there, and that's before he started losing all these gigs because of that video that came out. So, prayers up to you, my brother. You're gonna need it. What else?
Come tap in because Joe Budden and Corey Holcomb are back in another online back and forth, and yeah, here we go again. And if you know how this game works, you already expect Corey to respond Tuesday night on his 5150 show. I'll have the links in the description so you can watch the opening clips in full from Corey Holcomb's 5150 show this past Tuesday, which I saw getting clipped up and spread all over Twitter and other places, but honestly, I didn't really get a chance to fully lock in at first. I was like, alright, it's whatever. If Joe responds, I might cover it, I might not. But then things completely went up yesterday when Joe Budden jumped in and went all the way there. And I'll also have the link in the description where you can watch that in full from episode 901 of the Joe Budden podcast, titled The Loser Sibling. What's wild is they were talking about Glorilla's sister, who people online have been calling Brorilla, which is already crazy, especially since 901 is the Memphis area code, and that's where they're from. Not saying that represents Memphis at all, but it's just wild how Joe Budden's podcast organically landed on episode 901 with that title while all this was going on online. But this part right here, I'm not even gonna lie, Joe definitely got a good joke off with that one. Saying Corey looks like he runs errands for a black biker gang was just a solid little jab. And knowing Corey, I fully expect him to come back swinging on Tuesday with whatever he's got loaded up. All of this is coming off the larger conversation surrounding everything Corey Holcomb has been dealing with online lately. People gave critiques after the Anton Daniels situation, and then on top of that, everything exploded once TMZ dropped the footage of Corey getting into it with a woman, faces all up in the camera, and things just went left from there. From Corey's perspective, he's basically saying, hold up, Joe, you've had allegations on you too over the years. So in his mind, it's like, who are you to call me out or even mention my name in this situation? We've all heard different women come forward in the past making claims about Joe as well. So right now, it's just straight back and forth energy between the two of them. And honestly, this is exactly what I expected. I expected Corey to respond like this because he and Joe already have a little history, a little friction from back in the day, especially during the Melissa Ford era. At this point, it really just turns into who's gonna get their jokes and narratives off the hardest. Now, let me be clear on one thing when it comes to Corey's situation. Nobody is co-signing or saying it's okay to put hands on women in any way, shape, or form. That's never been cool and never will be. What I will say is that Corey's situation is different because it's on camera, it got pushed out by TMZ, and now it's everywhere. He's even said himself that he's losing gigs behind it, and he's been talking about that on his show for a while now. If you know Corey Holcomb, you know exactly who he is. He'll tell you himself that he's a dirtbag and that he doesn't care, and that's his brand. If you want to watch it, you watch it. If you want to support it, you support it. And if you don't, you don't. That's really just what it is with that. But once the Anton Daniels situation happened and then the TMZ footage dropped right after, people were always going to give their opinions. Naturally, folks started looking around online asking, well, who have you talked about before? I will say this though, Joe definitely tapped into his comedy bag on this one. He went all the way up and really leaned into it. That's what Joe does. He gets in his bag, starts popping it, and goes for the jugular with jokes. And let's not forget, Corey is also running a talk show and podcast, which is Joe's territory too. So Joe's like, yeah, I can critique your show, clown that too, and flip it for content. He's gonna use certain wording and angles to make people click and tap in. So Joe absolutely got his stuff off. Now we're just waiting to see what Corey Holcomb comes back with next. I'm not gonna lie, I'm here for it. Let's keep it entertaining. Corey is pushing close to 60, so nobody's squabbling or throwing hands. They're just gonna talk. Joe's gonna pop it, Corey's gonna pop it, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch.